Since we all seen the Daredevil episodes, let's start with Daredevil.
Start with Daredevil.
Let's
Okay,
start with Daredevil.
you go first, my brother. The floor is yours because you are the authority on all things Daredevil. I think we've
Spoiler
already
alert.
established that.
Bro,
Spoiler alert!
spoiler alert, spoiler
First of all,
alert, Daredevil.
everything we do on this episode is a spoiler alert.
Okay,
I don't care.
we're covering the original show and we're covering the new show. All spoilers, you feel me? So if you guys have not seen it, don't want to be spoiled, please click off.
on
I guess we just gonna start with like our thoughts on the season so far, right?
the 3 episodes, yeah.
So far, I'm loving the tone. I'm loving like the direction that it's going. Um, I don't think I was ever worried about the show. The only time I was worried was like right before they added Karen and Foggy back, like before the reshoots.
hmm
When they said that they weren't gonna be in it, I was kind of worried about it. But
Oh, they're
then
reshoots.
those are the reshoot. Like the first episode was not supposed to be there at all. They added that in
Mm,
from reshoots. They were gonna just have them like it was gonna start for episode two. Episode two is gonna be one. Episode three is gonna be episode two, obviously. But they added episode one
okay.
in because they were gonna like write them off
Oh, you
screen.
needed episode 1.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, but they were gonna kill them off screen or whatever. Well, kill Foggy and then I guess Cameron's gonna be gone. But
Okay.
yeah, so far I'm loving it. Like I love the focus of episode three, where they show Matt actually like getting his lawyer back because we haven't seen that in a minute. Like
Episode 3 was fire.
last time I think Matt was a lawyer was like season two of Daredevil in the
Mm,
beginning. Like he hasn't been a lawyer for a minute, and
right.
I like how they're focusing
He was a
on.
very good lawyer in Spider-Man.
He's a very good lawyer. Period, bro. Like
Yeah. Yeah. Facts.
when he had exposed bro's identity, I swear to you, like I was shocked. Like
You jumping
You
straight to
I was shocked
episode
too.
3.
oh well, I mean that's the most recent one. I don't want to like. I feel like
Oh, all right,
I'm
do your
just.
thing, do your
I
thing.
didn't
Do
really
your thing, pimp.
like. You feel me? Episode three, bro. What was y'all reaction when you saw him just like straight out reveal bro's identity after he asked the court like to keep that secret?
I was shocked, but I kind of figured, like, I kind of knew, like, it was like his like plan Z. He felt like he didn't have nothing else he could do to try to save him.
Yeah,
But because he knew, like, if the nigga went to jail, he was probably gonna get killed.
true.
So I'm like, okay.
That
I was
witness
shocked, but I wanted to see where it was going.
that witness like backing out. I really didn't know what he was gonna do. I didn't know what he could do. That was a crazy like.
Yeah, that was
Did
crazy.
they show why he flipped? Or
I guess he was
He didn't
scared.
trust him, right? Yeah, he
Nah,
was
he was
scared.
scared that they would come after him after that.
right?
So he like was like he
Okay.
looked at all the cops. He was like kind of scared.
I was surprised when he pulled that mask out, but as soon as he said this wasn't your first time helping, putting your life on the line, I said, "Oh, that's right." I knew where he was going because it was the last thing he had. He had nothing left. Once the witness flipped, there was nothing, bro. It's impossible to win a case of you killing a police officer. Even if you had the witness, you still probably would have lost. It had to pull up the white tiger as far as like, yo, why would he kill somebody? If the whole community knows him as now, if White Tiger was Spider Man, they would have threw his ass in jail because for some reason the beginnings of Spider Man they think he's a murderer. Batman too. They said, nah, get this motherfucker out of here. Like remember they tried to pin Harvey on Batman, but
Yeah.
regardless, I was surprised, but I'm happy it happened. Matt is a sly lawyer. When he said, "I heard you got a black eye,"
Oh my god,
cure
bro!
a
I
cure
was
for black eye is
dying.
fast
He
hands.
said, "You don't
Said,
care."
"Oh,
Man, that was
Matt
funny.
is funny, bro. Matt is hilarious. That's
I also
really
like the scene where they were trying to get the witness, and then Matt was in the apartment, and then they were fighting,
bro.
and like he was about to
yes,
kill him, and he was like, "Man, you
yes."
don't want to do this." You feel me?
I feel
You
like
He
he
don't
was
just
want to
broke
do
talking to
his
this.
arm.
himself. Like you don't want to do this, bro. Like he don't want to revert back to his Daredevil ways and shit
It goes
like that.
both.
Yeah.
I thought it was both. Cause
I
he telling the nigga
honestly
like,
thought
"Look,
he
you don't
killed
want to do
him.
this." I'm
I thought he killed
nah.
him, bro.
He broke the fuck out his arm though.
Huh?
Bring him down to his
Yeah,
brake
but the
pads.
way he dropped bro on his neck, like I was on a cliffhanger and I was like, did he just kill these niggas? Like everybody's gonna be speculating because he already kind of went on the deep end when he threw Bullseye off the roof. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Mm-hmm.
bro, like he's already because he's Catholic. Like he has a rule against killing and everything. He has like a
Mm-hmm.
he believes all people deserve a chance for
Redemption.
redemption and shit
Redemption.
like that. But he also believes in retribution, is what he be saying. So honestly, I
But
thought he was like once he threw Dex off the roof, I'm like, maybe it's like you feel me. He doesn't care anymore at this point, but they were alive, and I just was like, how you gonna go around the fact that
Well,
they got beat up by a blind guy? Would they know something's up? But they just kind of said, "Oh, you can fight, but you're blind."
but do they know Daredevil's blind?
Like
No, they
that's
don't.
that's honestly what I realized
They
like
don't.
watching
That's
the
what I was thinking the
show.
whole time. Because if they
I
would have known, it
realized
would be easy. Yeah, giveaway.
Yeah.
they don't know he's blind because like who like if you seen a superhero you wouldn't think this nigga
Yeah. I
blind.
mean, you can't
You know
tell
what I mean?
Daredevil's blind. He basically fights like he can see, so you can't.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
And if they knew he was blind too, they would know how to defeat him.
no.
No, I feel like you could figure out a way to defeat him because you would know like you
Well,
just can't.
you
You
could
gotta
go
be for
if you
me.
knew exactly
They
what his
they, they
powers
they
were.
knew Matt was blind
If you knew what
and
his
he was on his
powers
knees.
were, probably yeah, because you
That's what
have
I'm saying.
to.
Like you could move a little better. I
You
wouldn't
got
say
to
you could
go
beat him, but you
around.
could move a little
But
better.
he has.
Well, here's the thing:
I don't think you could go around it, bro.
he's
His
not
powers is
just
crazy.
blind.
He could smell. He has super smell,
He
super
the hearing,
hearing.
bro.
Yeah, his senses
He
are
down the
heightened.
street and he can hear the
He
television.
could
Like it's
taste
shit
you.
like
Like
that.
I'm not no
Oh,
joke. Pause. He could literally like.
that was crazy.
I'm just saying his senses. Like he literally could like. He's
I
had
mean,
people. He's had his girl Karen when he was with Karen. Like he was like when she found out his shit. He was like,
Yeah.
I could literally taste what you just ate, whatever. Like he could feel all that. So I'm just saying
Oh,
this
that's
nigga powers is
disgusting.
ridiculous. It's
yeah,
That's
you're right. You're right.
disgusting.
I don't think you can
But
go
no, you're
around
right.
it.
No, you can't. I mean, you have to be very savvy. You'd have to be Batman level
Yeah.
shit because at the end of the day, Fisk knows. Fisk knows you're Daredevil, right? So he knows you blind. He couldn't stop you. You know what I'm saying? So now what? Oh, so here's another thing about the courtroom. Before I leave the courtroom, um, there's a theory online, and I think it's bullshit. But they called one of the officers Officer Morales.
Oh, you want
Do
to know
you
something?
think that's connected to Miles?
It's a
I don't.
it's supposed to be because in the comics they changed because his name is Officer Davis. Like you feel me?
Jefferson Davis,
It's Jefferson
yes.
Davis. But in the comics they changed it to Morales. So it could be if they're going on that, but
Probably could be a little
I feel like they
exaggerated.
are because it's just like who
I mean, it
else?
could.
Who
But
else
do
gonna be
could
Peter?
be.
Officer
But then
Morales?
Do Peter and Miles exist in the same universe like that?
They
What's
have.
you know who
When
Prowler?
Peter's his age though?
Childish
Peter's
Gambino
always older.
he played
He played.
Miles's
He played.
uncle
He
in
played.
Homecoming.
Uncle Aaron.
Uncle Aaron in Homecoming.
Yeah.
So they are in the
Yeah.
same universe. And he said
They need to
something
bring
about
him
that.
back.
I feel like they would.
Bring the homie back. They put him in the Spider Verse movie.
They for sure bring him back as Prowler. Like if
That'll be
Miles is
fire.
coming, you have to.
That'd be fun.
I think it
Hey,
is though.
What's your thoughts? What's your thoughts on the Fist storyline though?
I love it. See,
Isn't it funny how it's kind of reminiscent? I hate to get political, but it's kind of like reminiscent of like Trump in
no,
a sense.
it's not funny at all because that's what it is. That's what it
Yeah,
is.
it's
Like,
like
that's the group chat. It's the same thing.
and it's crazy
criminal
because
turned
Fisk is a felon. He
mayor
got to.
or felon turned
Criminal,
mayor,
felon,
president.
businessman, all
And then
that.
Yeah.
when he gets elected, like there's riots and shit, and he has like super supporters. Like it's funny.
And I love
Yeah.
when the show is not
That's what I
afraid to
said.
get political. Like I wish Captain America did more shit. Like got wasn't scared of like the backlash of getting super political. Like yeah, they kind of did it, but I don't feel like they went all in. If
Yeah,
Mhm.
they
if
definitely
Daredevil was
go
going
on.
all in on it, I love that. Like not being afraid to do that. Like have something to say.
What I like about Fisk is that you could tell he's itching to get back in the streets. He's itching.
You could see the
He,
you could see the
he's
He's trying to
because
fight it
he's
off.
because he's,
so-
cause he's realizing like the officer said at the cemetery, you actually have less power now
yeah.
as an elected official. You actually have less power
can't be
when you under the radar as the boss. You can't nobody really tell you nothing. You just don't got to get arrested. Just don't get arrested.
I mean-
now you have bosses. You got like people in the what do they call it? You know what I'm saying? The other people in the offices that are like they're talking to you. The senates, all that stuff. They're talking to you. You got people above you. You answer to the president. Like you answer to all these type of people. So now you don't have as much power. But
There's a way around
but
it.
there's a way around it. But trust, he wants to get his hands dirty. He
Hey,
wants to get his
have
hands on
y'all
it
He
bad.
have
did.
y'all
Yeah,
been
where he
Why?
noticing?
was.
Have y'all been
Why do you
noticing
think
his
he wants to get rid of
knuckles?
the?
Have y'all been noticing his
Yeah.
knuckles?
Yes,
It's been
exactly. The
blood on
knuckles
him.
were cut up.
I think
Yes,
he's been doing stuff, and we're gonna find out some stuff. I don't know exactly what he's been doing, but there's been 2 episodes where they showed his knuckles, just blood on
there's a
him.
reason he wants to get rid of all vigilantes.
Facts.
Because he know the police can't stop him. The
Yeah.
only things that can stop him are the mass
Yeah.
vigilantes. He wants them out the way. He
Hmm.
wanted White Tiger in jail. He wants Murdoch to stay out the
He
fucking way.
wants Spider Man off the
He
streets.
criticized, he called out Spider-Man. He called out Punisher. Like he wants everybody gone because he knows now one thing that he does have power in. Police is not going to attack the elected officials that he's now pretending to protect. You know what I'm saying? Even though the commissioner wanted him gone, he pulled that picture out on the commissioner. He said, "Ha,
Man.
ha, where you going?
That was
And if you
crazy.
leave, I'm gonna punish all the police officers you leave behind. We gonna cut their money. We gonna cut their overtime. We gonna cut everything. Woo,
Yeah.
power
That
move.
that's kind of why I don't think, as far as I don't think he put that head on a White Tiger. I think that's the cops acting on their own out of retaliation. But they got that little whatever this little
I
gang
don't
that's
know,
everybody
man.
want to be punishers. I think it's them acting on their own, and I think
Yeah,
eventually Fisk will get them on his side.
that's right. The guy that attacked Matt in the
He
apartment, he
had
had a
the
Punisher
yeah
tattoo.
yeah.
That's
So I
right. He
think
did have a Punisher
I don't know
tattoo.
exactly who's in charge of them, but somebody is running it. I don't think it's Fisk at the moment because I don't think the cops are fucking with him right now. I don't think because like he just blackmailed the chief to stay.
Yeah, he
So
did.
I don't
He
know.
did.
I don't know if
But
they're
that's the chief. Everybody else ain't moving that way. Everybody else ain't moving like they
yeah,
they, they
but
want Fisk out.
this was before. I feel like all this stuff was happening before he was in office. Like as far as
Hmm.
with them, so I don't know. I can't really say that he's the responsible for all these people doing this. I think he's gonna have his own side as far as with this beef. But I think he'll eventually get the cops back on his side as far as
That
being
makes
there.
sense.
And I think his
I mean,
girl,
I think they're on his side now.
yeah. I
Yeah, I
mean
think he's
by
getting them. I think
force.
that he's
I
getting
don't
them
think it's by
on his
choice,
side.
huh?
I
I said
think
I think he's
them.
getting them on his side.
Yeah, could be.
I think them seeing the way that he
Oh,
fought
supporting
is
him now.
fighting for them.
Oh well, now
Yeah,
yeah. After that,
one thing, bro. One thing that I've learned in my life is that police officers love nothing more than a politician that got their back. Period. Even they will ignore all the other f shit he's doing if he got y'all back. It's the same thing as if you're a billionaire and in real life the president is taking care of Elon. Elon's taking care of him. Elon don't care about nothing else. Feed me. So it's the same kind of energy. I think majority of the cops, especially the ones that are dirty, are 1,000% behind Fisk because they feel like, oh, if we get these vigilantes out the way too, it's less stuff for us to worry about.
yeah.
Honestly.
I think they'll come together eventually. I just don't think he's the one pulling the strings as far as like what's happened so far. I don't think he's gotten to that point where he could. Now I do think as far as his girl Vanessa, it could be
Mm-hmm.
her that's been running
Oh, she's
this
dirty as
because
hell.
she took over his empire while he was gone.
That's a fact. She made it
So it
bulletproof.
could be her.
Right.
I don't know. That's
So
He was running it.
what I think about that is I know he made. So here's the thing. I hate to compare it to Donald Trump, but I'm going to do it anyway because fuck him, right? The way I see this is that Fisk might not be behind the active behavior that's in the streets right now, but he for sure ain't stopping it.
oh
He for sure giving them confidence. Like for instance, when Trump is in office, I said this before he got elected this time. When a man like that is in office with those kind of views, the people who have radical view, not radical, but like the views that he has of like fuck everything, I'm gonna do what I want, they're more confident because now the person in charge represents what they represent. So it's like, oh, I'm really reckless. Now even if Fisk is not telling them what to do, him being there, they know that there's a similar thought pattern right now. So them taking out White Tiger like that, that's what Fisk would have done. So it's like, oh, I can do this for no problem. Who gonna do something? The mayor is not going to care that White Tiger's dead. He's not going to give two shits. And the officers are not going to care either because we feel like he killed our guy. So I just think like even if he didn't push the button, he's pushing the confidence at the very least. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
And then they're
So
using the Punisher's identity for it.
absolutely.
I'm very curious to see where that's gonna go, bro. Like, I know once he gets back involved, he's gonna be like, what the like what?
Where's he at?
Um,
For
well,
those
I
who
didn't
don't know,
really watch it.
where's Punisher based
I
in?
didn't really watch. I watched the first season of his show, but the second
Okay.
season, but where he first appeared was Daredevil, season 2 in the beginning. That's where he
Hmm.
first came from, and
Is he a New Yorker too?
yeah,
Yeah.
Hell's Kitchen
Okay.
and shit.
Frank
That's
Castle.
yeah, Frank Castle.
Also he gonna be there soon then.
Yeah, he should be. I
He
don't
gonna
know
be
if
there.
he's
Of
coming next episode. But I know that him and Fisk have a relationship too. He don't fuck with Fisk.
course
They
not.
had some thing that happened in jail, some beef, whatever. But they definitely have some animosity toward each other. So I really don't know as far as like why they're using his image as far as this, but
Because, bro, I think this is how I see it. Anyway, I think there is footage of White Tiger getting popped. First of all, my
oh no,
boy,
100%.
no, he did say when Matt said don't put the mask on. He said taking the mask off is basically not breathing. It's basically death. So it was
We knew he
basically
was
like,
gonna put it
hey,
back on.
so 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 I do understand where he's coming from. Of like, this is who I am. I cannot stop. Right, but wear a helmet, nigga. But not for real.
No,
It's
that's
just
literally what I was thinking
It's
when I
just
was
like, why was
watching
it
the
that easy to
scene.
take you down? Like he just walked up
where
behind
where
you.
is your
Nigga
gear,
walked up
bro?
and popped him.
I thought your
But
amulet gives you like special abilities or power. Like you couldn't avoid a bullet to the head.
that nigga got special powers. All right, he got special ed.
I just want to know was that in there
He don't got
before?
no.
Was that
He
in
don't
there
got no
before the real
senses.
actor died, or was this a reshoot? I don't know. That's what I want to know.
Even
Well,
if they wanted to kill
it
him, I
said
feel
he
like they
died
could have did
after
a.
shooting.
I feel like they could have took him out a different way.
Yeah, he did, but
It
yeah,
was too like it was like what
It
a
didn't
nigga
make
just
sense to
walked up
me.
on him
It
and
was
shot
too
him in the
easy.
head.
Like nigga, bro, if it was that easy to kill you, why you ain't already dead? I know somebody that tried to kill you already,
I
bro.
know somebody
This
They
that.
shit
should at least made somebody like snipe him maybe from a distance, like something more
something.
like sinister.
I
Like it was
thought,
just like damn.
yeah,
So to the original point I was making, right? They're using the Punisher because again, I believe there is footage of that shooting. It's gonna be
oh
all over
yeah,
the
yeah.
news.
No, they're gonna
They gonna see the
incriminate him.
Punisher logo. The problem is that the reason why they use him is because again, they want to get rid of vigilantes. You kill one is
Oh
hiding
yeah,
already.
yeah, yeah,
We're gonna
yeah,
turn the other one into a
yeah, yeah,
criminal.
yeah.
Because we
Hell,
can't beat you.
maybe Fisk is pulling these strings, bro.
Bro, at the very least, he's pushing the
I
agenda
just think it's
because when
very.
Punisher comes back, they're going to see him as the guy that killed the White Tiger,
This is
and
moving
then it's going to be like,
quickly.
And
hey,
Yeah,
even when Fisk was doing that interview with that girl, he was saying like they fucked up on the judgment. Like you
yeah,
should have went to jail.
yeah. I think he was doing that to
So
get the police's support, but
absolutely he was.
obviously he's probably
maybe he took matters into his own hands. You know.
It
possibly
wouldn't be the first time he did it.
because I think there is foreshadowing as far as with like his knuckles. We keep hold on. We keep seeing like they showed it twice, and I'm like I keep
Absolutely,
seeing. I'm like, are they gonna show what's going on, like
facts,
who he attacked or something? So I
facts.
definitely
It's
think
also
he's been getting his
crazy.
hands dirty.
It's also crazy that Matt's new girl is his therapist.
Yeah, and she can't even tell him because of client
Yeah,
confidentiality or whatever.
It's insane, isn't it? It's
and she
always
signed the
something.
NDA.
That's gonna be something for real.
It's always something that crosses those fucking lines. What do you guys make about their meetup at the diner?
I love the scene. I
It was
loved it.
cool. Yeah,
I
I like
loved
their
it.
chemistry.
Yeah, and I love how the show is making them the two main characters. Like they kind of
Hmm.
were back then, but it was like Foggy, Karen, and them. But I like how they're focusing in on Matt and Wilson, and like they're showing them their dynamics and everything. But
How
yeah, that whole conversation.
they're on a collision course
Yeah,
and they know it.
yeah.
They know it, and I feel like Fisk wants him to come back out.
He's
Because, like I said, I
He
think
definitely
Fisk
does.
is
So he
itching to
can
get
do
back out.
something. He can like
to
push
get him
some
out.
narrative
Yeah.
politically.
Absolutely, that's what it is. You know, the part that made me laugh. I think it was like episode 2. I think when they was doing the construction on the street, and he was like, Consider it approved. And he's like, all right, get to work. He said, I said I would get things done. Now this is me getting it done. It's just
Oh my
hilarious
God,
because it's
buddy.
like,
You feel the pothole.
Bro, like, can you even do some shit like that? Like,
bro,
you don't need a
I mean, I
permit.
guess
Please.
if you're the mayor, yeah.
I mean,
But
technically you
then
can because all you gotta do is draw up
if
documents.
something goes wrong and they're like, nigga, this is why we was waiting for the permit, nigga.
If
Yeah,
it goes
that's what
wrong,
I'm
you have no
saying.
permit. Now you're in trouble.
Hmm.
Yes,
Literally like, nigga,
absolutely.
you see why
Yeah,
the process?
that's some reckless shit.
It's just hilarious how reckless he is, man, in this seat. Now, I did think the season was going to be more dragged out with the election. I didn't realize he was going to announce his campaign and get elected in the same fucking episode.
Yeah.
Damn, I was
But
surprised. I'm like, what kind of election is
Well,
this?
yeah, I
like,
think
bro,
because you know how it was supposed to start. It was supposed to start with like it wasn't that first episode wasn't supposed to exist. So I guess it was supposed to come in with us like, oh, Wilson ran for mayor, he became mayor and everything. So it's
right.
supposed to be
But what I'm
structured
saying
differently.
is, what they could have done is in
Use
the
the season of
beginning
him
of
going into the
remember how I remember they said I think it was like it was like a 6 month jump, right? Something like
a
that.
1 year.
1 year jump. Okay. Around before the jump, they could have been having conversations in the club about, Fisk, what do you think about him running for mayor? Like, just put it in that way, so it seems like it was paced better because literally the show feels like he announced it and like 3 days later he won.
Yeah, he
Well,
said
they kind
he
of
told it. He
showed that
told
it
his girl,
was.
he said, I got 25,000 signatures, and then like a
Yeah,
day later, he was like, oh, Fisk is the
he
mayor.
was the winner.
I
Yeah.
feel like they did a good job, kind of. I mean, it was quick, but I don't think it felt like. I feel like they made it seem like time went by as his election was going. They showed like him having debates and shit in it. Like I don't.
Okay, so it was a week long.
I mean, it
That's
was
what it
some
felt
time.
like.
It was some
It,
time. It
A
wasn't.
real election is a year process. That's what I'm saying. It would have been perfect if they would have included it, like even like after that scene where you see him on the roof and then they did the time jump. After that, like
Nah.
before they did the time, like
Oh, well,
I'm just
you
saying, at
saying they
some
could
point,
have?
acknowledged
You
it,
know
bro.
what
Have a poster
they
in the
should have did
background,
like they should have did
something.
like the credits showing like Wilson
Probably something, bro.
running for
And I'm,
mayor.
I'm not I'm not complaining. It's not bad. I'm just saying it's just
I
funny that it
think
was just
yeah,
so quick.
that
It felt like it was a week.
that's a critique, but I'm not mad at it because the plot got to go. So like that's one little small thing I could be like, I can look past that as long as the rest of the show is going and it's making sense and everything. So
Oh,
I'm
the show
not
makes
mad at
100%
it.
sense.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm
Show
not
makes
mad at
sense,
it.
I love the diner scene. I love the conversation that they had because I like the tension in there of like I'm trying to be
Yeah,
legit,
I like
but if I have to, I will fuck you
I
up.
like how they were
That's
threatening.
basically
Yeah,
what Matt
they
was
both
on.
they both sent threats to each other. Like
Both
he's
both
like,
of them was like really passive. Like, hey y'all,
Wilson's like, don't go back to your go to your
hey,
alter ego,
what do you
cause
say? What do you say? If you take it there, I'm taking it further.
yeah, literally like Matt's
That's
like,
basically what it
just
was.
stay in your
Yes.
lane, and I'll do the same.
So I have a question though. Do you believe the death of White Tiger is going to pull Matt back into being
Oh,
Daredevil?
next episode for sure. Well,
You
no,
you
no,
think
no,
that
no,
you
no,
think
no, no.
that's the straw?
Not he's not. I don't think he's going back into the suit, but I think he's gonna be vigilante shit. Like as far as like trying to figure it out, where he's gonna wear a mask. I don't think he's gonna put his suit back on though, cause he's trying to be low key.
So he gonna wear a regular mask like
Cause I
season
seen in the
one?
trailer he puts on like a red, it's like a red beanie thing. I don't know if that's gonna be it, but he had like a beanie thing that he was covering his face with, and he still was wearing like his suit or some shit. I don't think
That's
cause
weird.
cause if you go all in on vigilante, you bringing attention to yourself and unwanted attention and shit. Cause he's trying to be low key about it. Can't be
For
Daredevil.
you, I get what you mean, but if the motherfucker wears a mask in a fucking Tom Ford, that's gonna bring
I
some
mean
attention.
that they
I'm
don't.
like, who is this
I don't
clown?
know. I don't know if that's what's gonna be, but
who is
you
this
feel me?
man?
I know
You
he's
gonna wear a
definitely.
mask and you dress like Stephen A?
Hmm. He's definitely gonna be, but I think he's gonna look for Punisher. I think he's because, like you
Okay,
said, I
get
agree
to the
with you.
bottom of
I
it.
think they definitely got that on film, and that's probably gonna be a thing.
Absolutely.
Like Punisher kill White Tiger, and it's gonna be like, what? Why? And they're
I
trying to
just
keep it motivated.
I feel like that issue was traumatic enough to pull Daredevil back out because trauma pushed him in. So it's going to take trauma to pull him out.
Yeah,
And I just did all this work to save this guy,
I think he still
and then
doesn't.
you kill him in
Yeah,
cold blood that night.
I think he's still. What's the word
I don't know
I'm
if
looking for?
I don't know if he jumps all the way back in, but I think it's going to be enough to get his feet wet.
Yeah,
He gonna put his foot in the pool
I don't know
for
why I
sure.
can't think of the word. What's the word when you're like torn between your so like
Conflicted.
he's conflicted. I think he's still conflicted
I
because I don't
remember
think
you
he.
was conflicted.
Yeah, I don't think he deserves. I don't think he feels like he deserves the right because he dead ass. He's Catholic, bro. He literally went on the deep end. He tried to kill Dex, bro. I don't know how that nigga survived the drop off the roof, face planted in the ground.
Yeah,
You feel me? Like he
because it's
does not.
Marvel.
Yeah, he does not believe in killing. So I don't
Yeah.
know. I think it's gonna take something like something bigger to really have him get out of that.
Okay.
Maybe
So
Fisk coming out the shadow, like him knowing. Maybe that can. And there's also another villain that's supposed to be coming.
I don't think Fisk is going to come out of the shadows until Daredevil does.
Yeah. Well, that
I
would.
think Fisk is trying to lure him out. I think Fisk is going to throw some breadcrumbs out there and say,
Mm,
"Go get the bait."
yeah.
And then once you go chase that bait, I got your ass.
Yeah.
If Fisk is smart, that's the angle he's taking.
He's
I don't
smart.
think he's going to. Yeah, I don't think he's going to jump out first.
Hmm. Yeah.
I still think he's going to try to stay legit in the public eye. He's going to do dirt behind the scenes. I'm not saying he
I
won't do
think.
dirt behind the scenes. But I'm saying publicly,
Yeah.
I don't
I
think
think
nobody's
Vanessa
going to
is like
see.
his pawn. Well, once they get their relationship together, I think she's like the person he's kind of using to control everything. I don't know. But there's another villain that's supposed to be coming. It's like I don't know if y'all know who Hush is. That's a villain in this show too, but they haven't
Yes.
they showed the character, but they haven't showed him in a mask and shit like that. That's like a serial killer.
Okay.
So that's another element that's
Okay.
coming. I don't know how they're gonna do that, but we'll see, man.
Yes. That'll be very interesting. That'll be very interesting. So if you had to rate the 3 episodes, how would you rate them? Like as far as the season, like 1 out of 10 so far, and how would you rank the episodes?
So far I'll say a solid 8.5.
Fair.
Yeah, I think it's good. My favorite
Fair.
episode, I'll say probably one is still at the top because it was just emotional. I kind of like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I damn. Actually, I'll say one is probably. I don't know, man. Three is at the top for me because I love the lawyer scenes and everything. It was no action, but I don't know. I really like three, and I'll put one at two, and then I'll put episode two at three.
Yeah, 3 didn't have no action. Huh? 2 had the action.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
okay.
I don't know.
Um,
I don't know.
I would have 3 at the top because the storytelling, the acting, a perfect setup. I'm a sucker for courthouse dramas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I love courthouse movies. I love courthouse TV shows. So scenes like that, it's very exciting.
Hmm.
I like the little possible Easter eggs that were dumped. I like how it ended. I like that it leaves you with your jaw dropped. The first 2 episodes, I'm like, oh, these are good. These are good. That third episode, I was like, I
Yeah.
was speechless. I literally had no words, bro. I had to turn my TV off.
Yeah. I didn't think they were gonna kill, bro.
So
No.
three is number one, and I think I have your order 3-1-2.
Yeah.
Three
Uh,
one two. I think I
the
put it that way.
ending of two was crazy though. Like,
2 was dope with the action, bro. The action of 2, bro. He was kicking ass. I think 1 and 2 are pretty much even, but I think 3 is clearly the
mm,
best one.
yeah.
Yeah.